I wish I was kidding, but we just lost our food stamp. And on top of that, I am still $2,000 in credit card debt.
Do you want to know how much food stamps I have to pay back? I have to pay back $27,000.
But I'm gonna tell you this. Now you learn to keep your legs closed. Stop letting these jokers sleep with you, impregnate you, and now you making videos.
Anyway, this conversation keeps coming up because people are genuinely surprised when they get letters saying they have to pay back food stamp benefits they were never actually eligible for, and now they are in debt, wondering how things spiraled so fast, and instead of taking accountability, the blame immediately shifts to not having enough support growing up, or not being able to find a stable job, or saying the system set them up to fail. And while life can absolutely be hard, that explanation falls apart when the same people have the time and energy to record, edit, upload, and complain on TikTok every single day, because complaining does not stop you from working. And if you can manage content schedules, captions, and posts, you can also manage a job even if it is not perfect, even if it is temporary, and especially if you have kids involved, because children should be the priority, not excuses and not internet sympathy points, and definitely not setting an example where taxpayer money is treated like spending money for outside expenses instead of emergency support. The reality is food assistance is meant to stabilize households, not fund lifestyles, and when benefits are misused, the consequence is debt that follows. Families for years making things worse, not better. And the saddest part is that kids grow up watching adults normalize avoiding responsibility instead of fixing their situation, because stability is built through effort, consistency, and choices, not viral videos. And when repayment notices come in, the internet will not cover those bills, but accountability and work will. Check out some of these videos.
I wish I was kidding, but we just lost our food stamp. And on top of that, I am still $2,000 in credit card debt. In case you're new here, I'm a stay-at-home mom trying to pay off $2,000 in credit card debt. Today, we unfortunately found out that we lost our food stamp. If you're watching this, it actually does help when you like, comment, share, save. And I know it's annoying when people say that, but I really mean it. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm just trying to get my family through and finally get this debt paid off. So yeah, vibes are very low today, but I did tell my husband that we lost our food stamps. And y'all, when I tell you that he started pacing like the world was ending, I was like, yeah, I know. Now I'm just over here cleaning the bathroom, trying to keep it together, continuing to post my videos, hoping that maybe finally they start to pay off. When it comes to my credit card, right now we are at $1,977 left. I've got a $61 payment pending. I'm not gonna lie, some days it feels pointless, but I continue to post because I know that this might be the only way that I can turn things around. And yeah, I know that people scroll past stuff like this all the time, but if this is on your For You page, it's probably for a reason. Listen, I'm just a regular stay-at-home mom doing what I can to get us back on track. So if you're still watching this, thank you. Don't forget to follow, comment, share to a friend if you can. I'm stressing so much right now, but you watching this helps more than you know. Love you. Bye.
I just went to check the mail and I received a letter from the food stamps office. It says, after multiple videos were sent into our office, we had to conduct an investigation. And during our investigation, we did come across a few discrepancies in your application. It says, therefore, over the last 6 months, you received benefits that did not belong to you and needs to be paid back. You know how much I have to pay back? Do you want to know how much food stamps I have to pay back? I have to pay back $27,000. Good thing is that they offer a payment plan, because where the fuck am I going to get $27,000 off of? And guess what? I'm not even going to pay it. Y'all have to prove to me. Where's the proof? This letter doesn't mean anything. Where's the proof? Show me the proof of what I was doing wrong. This is unbelievable. Didn't your parents ever teach you to mind your own business? Or they didn't teach you that?
I have to say this. I am so very blessed that I am able to feed my family without the help of assistance anymore. I haven't been on food stamps in about almost 4 years or so. And that's because I live in the state of California, and my income with my 3 children is too high. I don't qualify. I make about 6 figures or so, but in the state of California, 6 figures is considered on the lower end of income. Yeah, I know. But right now I really feel really bad, and I feel very sorry for the families who are going to be losing these services next month. The ones who truly depend on these services, and not just women and children that needs to be fed, but think of our elderly people who's on a fixed income and they depend on food stamps to really buy their food because their fixed income pays all of their bills. Imagine how these people, 65 and older or disabled people feel right now as well. I will say, ladies and gentlemen, if you rely on, the food stamps, et cetera, to feed your kids, I will heavily suggest try to find you part-time work to supplement, a seasonal position to supplement whatever is going to happen between November, December, just to make do. Not that you have to be working hella hours a week. Do what works for you and what works for your family. But at this point, we're learning that the U.S. government, you can't depend on them. You really can't depend on them. And I'm very happy to have gotten so used to, out of the mindset of needing food stamps, or I got so unused to it, and I got so used to spending cash on food now, to where I know how to make do. I cook, so I know how to make meals that that last, for my kids, and I know how to shop accordingly, and shop at places accordingly. And then, I'm not into making crab boils and all that stuff on a regular basis. That stuff is like special occasion stuff. Even on my income, I cannot be spending money on certain shit like that. I just can't, but I just really hope that, something happens, before November comes. I just hope something happens within this week or so, that the House and the Senate will get their shit together and get services back going for people, because it's not just people suffering, not getting food stamps. You got all of our military folks who's not getting paid, all of our federal workers not getting paid. Like, this is fucked up. Like, this is real fucked up. This is more than just, people missing out on holidays. Fuck holidays. People damn near not gonna have roofs over their head and food on a regular basis to eat. Like, it's really shitty right now for people. Also, thank God to be living in California right now. There's a lot of different services and stuff for people out here to get help and what they need. I don't know what's going on in the middle of the country or the East Coast, wherever, but I know in the state of California, there's a lot of things out here for people to take advantage of if they need help. The resources are there. California has it. Go get it. And I'm gonna try to see if I can find some resources that I can post on here for families here, like in the Bay Area, where they can go and get food and it's quality food. It's not these food pantries that's giving out food. It ain't bullshit. It's real meats, fruits, real meats, not bullshit. Fruits, cereals, milk, all type of stuff, for your children. So yeah, this is sad.
Now, I'm so glad you young ladies are seeing now what's going on was really real with these food stamps. So many women are in an uproar about their food stamps and how they're going to feed their children because you have so many of them. And then you look at this TikTok app and you see how these men downrating y'all and talking about if y'all hadn't had all these children and what do you expect? And not once have they came to y'all rescue and said something like this: well, if the baby dads need to stand up and help these women take care of their children. Nah, they ain't gonna speak up for you. They just gonna talk about y'all and how stupid y'all was for having kids by these men. They gonna tell y'all something like this: you should have picked the right men. You should have had better choices men. But I'm gonna tell you this: now you're learning to keep your legs closed. Stop letting these jokers sleep with you, impregnate you, and now you making videos because you can't afford to feed them. And guess what them jokers doing? Out there spreading somebody else's legs, doing the same thing, and making videos about you and how you should have made the right choices in men. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you facts. Stop sleeping with these jokers now. And I'm glad the government doing what they doing. These men gonna be hurt. Cause you women gonna see what's going on now when you don't get no help. You think you ain't get no help from the man, your baby daddies. Boy, look what's going on now. Cause the government cutting everything out. And I just made a video. God dog, they even cutting the Job Corps. Stop sleeping with these men, and then they can't make no videos. They gonna start making videos about how hard it is with them working 2 jobs because they gotta take care of family and their kids and step up to the plate. I wanna see these videos when these men start talking about how hard they gotta work when you women stop opening y'all legs. That's what I wanna see.
I just came to get my 2 cents. Everybody out here talking about Trump cutting food stamps for the people that's not working. Get up off your ass and go get a job, blah, blah, blah. Them motherfuckers denied me and my wife with a job. They don't want nobody on that shit. Not the people with a job, not the people without a job. They don't want to give nobody shit. So it's not just bitches need to get off their ass and go get a job because they deny motherfuckers with a job. Shit, it's what?
And we got 5 kids in our house and still got denied.
This lady at Walmart got mad at me for using my EBT and having my nails done.
So wait. Is somebody mad at you or disappointed?
So this lady was standing behind me and I was getting ready to pay, and of course I take out my EBT card. Cause what else am I gonna pay with?
Cash, credit card. Check if you're old school.
And then she's like, ma'am, I love your nails. How much did they cost? I'm like, oh, these were like $85. And then once she sees me taking out my card, she starts bitching. She's like, you paid $85 for your nails, but you need EBT to pay for your groceries? I'm like, yes, bitch.
Okay. I see what her problem is. The problem is having your nails done for $85. That is a luxury. That isn't a necessity. To go out spending on nails $85 fucking dollars, which you're probably spending this on, I'd say, at least once a month, and that's being nice. You're spending $85 on a luxury item, but then you're using our tax money to buy yourself groceries and your kids' groceries. Because I'm almost positive that's not the only luxury item that you are giving yourself, while we, the taxpayers, are paying for your fucking food stamps.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you can't have your nails done and be on EBT. I didn't know that was such a fucking crime. I think at this point, y'all just mad because you don't qualify for EBT.
Well, I don't think anybody's sad that they don't qualify for EBT, because in order to qualify for EBT, you have to make hardly any fucking money. I think what people are mad about is that you're lying to qualify for EBT.